News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs, and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
This week on News Panorama, we delve into the present security situation in Calabar South, the arrival of Cali Air to Margaret Ekpo International Airport, importance of music to human, gender-based violence, and deforestation in Calabar Metropolis. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
If you have just tuned in, you are watching News Panorama. With the arrival of one of the two Cali aircraft to Calabar, air travelers will now have a sign of relief of traveling any day, any time of the week. This assurance was made when the Governor, Senator Basi Otu, and the CEO, Aero Contractors, Ado Sanusi, received the aircraft at the Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar. Sonny Ina brings details, the report.
I'm going to fly at an altitude of 34,000 feet, and the flight time from here to Abuja is 55 minutes. But nothing to worry about, we will not save.
Receiving the Boeing 737 aircraft at the Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar, the Governor, Senator Basi Otu, commended his predecessor, Professor Ben Ayade, for initiating Cali Air and putting Cross River State on the aviation map. He said the airport in Calabar has been an international airport, and his administration will continue to work to ensure the airport regain her international status. Governor Otu thanked the officials of the Ministry of Aviation and the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria FAN and Aero Management for their synergy in ensuring smooth flight operations at the Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar. The governor used the opportunity to welcome investors and fund seekers into the state while calling on them to explore the options of Cali Aero as they plan to visit Cross River State for business and leisure.
I'm bringing back the 32-day festival, and I'm right inside the aircraft. I want to welcome everybody to Cross River State, all fun seekers around the world. We want each and everyone to come and enjoy the conviviality, the hospitality, to enjoy our very beautiful cuisines throughout the period. It's actually going to be a period of merriment. And don't forget, we've christened this season a season of sweetness already. So it has started. The story is we are going to add value, and it's going to be bigger. And this airport is going to be a little bit more busier than the one it used to be. There will be some opportunities, both in terms of employment and some people, entrepreneurs who want to set up restaurants and other things that are going to happen around here. But be rest assured that life is coming back fully.
The Chief Executive Officer of Aero Contractors, Captain Ado Sanusi, lauded the vision of Governor Otu for graciously approving the return of services of both aircraft to Calabar, describing him as a man poised to promote tourism and reposition Cross River State as an economically viable state.
No, our relationship with Cross River State is a symbiotic relationship. It is beneficial to both parties. We are also into strategic partnership to assist the state because, you know, we are the oldest aviation company in the country, so we have the experience. So we are also helping the state to develop its own company. As His Excellency has said, he will not disclose the details, so I will not preempt him, but definitely it's going to create jobs. It's going to make Cross River again the #1 destination for tourism, not only in Africa but around the world. So I'm giving them full assurance that we're here for good, especially for this season of sweetness, the Calabar Festival. We're here to stay, and we're here in a strategic partnership. So even after the festival, we will service the routes. We believe, as Calabar was the first capital of the country, and it was one of the first international airports, we believe there's a lot of traffic, and we will develop those traffic rights again, not only within the country, but within our neighboring countries also.
The Commissioner for Aviation, retired Captain Ina Utum, expressed joy that the airline has resumed flight operations in Calabar, adding that air travelers will now heave a sigh of relief.
Expecting the Cali Air. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Indeed, this is...
So I'm excited about their coming, and I'm not just excited because they came today, but because they are going to come regularly until we put everything in order.
The brief ceremony featured inspection of the aircraft, cutting of tape, and cake as a way of celebration.
To join me in a big C. Welcome.
I humbly cut this tape and the name of the Father, and the name of the Son, and the name of the Holy Spirit.
Sunday Ina.
Having a secured environment is crucial for the peace of mind and overall well-being. It allows people to feel safe and protected in their daily lives, whether it's in their homes, neighborhood, or city. Security is essential for all. It helps foster a sense of community and enables people to focus on their daily goals and aspirations without constant worry. Awai Eno in this report tells us more on issues of insecurity in Calabar South. The report.
It is unfortunate that there have been some security concerns in Calabar South local government area, as several criminal incidents have been reported around the area.
Criminal activities like kidnapping, armed robbery, stealing and killing appears to be regular occurrence in the area. Recently, there was the killing of a final year student of the University of Calabar as he rushed out to help a neighbor who was being attacked by armed robbers. He was unfortunately gunned down by the robbers. And the kidnapping of Sanwo Bisong, a Unica student who was transferred from the Department of Mass Communication to Tourism Department. A traditional ruler, Etubom Ekpenyong Itam Oko, shares his personal opinion about the security challenge facing the nation and state. He believes that the high level of poverty is the main cause of the increased rate of crime in the state. He feels that the governor, being the chief security officer of the state, needs to proactively address youth restiveness and involvement in cultism.
I can speak for the government because of what I see of my government in Cross River State. At least the present government. Let me not talk about the past one. But the present one is seemingly active. And the fact that the government has realized that the governor of the state is in charge of state security, first and foremost. So whether we are debating the police, the federal, but the governor of the state is in charge of state security.
A resident of Calabar South, Mr. Onyx, observed that the security consciousness in Calabar South is poor. He encouraged parents to talk to their children to be self-guided because of the high rate of insecurity.
If you are talking about security, I don't think we are secure here in Calabar South because the way things are happening, you just feel, you just see yourself like you are on your own. You don't actually have the presence of security personnel here. If you see them, they are just passing. There's nothing that will scare the criminalities away from these parts of town.
Efforts to reach security experts in the state proved abortive, as they were unavailable to speak to the press as at the time filing in this report. CRBC News Panorama, I am Awai Eno.
In the rhythm of our modern lives, where stress and tension often compose the prevailing theme, the allure of music as a remedy for relaxation has captivated both scholars and seekers of tranquility alike. If you want a later embarks on a comprehensive exploration, peeling back the layers to unveil the profound mechanism through which music orchestrates a harmonious symphony of relaxation. The reports.
In the face of relentless challenges that characterize our modern existence, the role of music as a soothing balm has never been more pronounced. As we navigate through the complexities of a fast-paced and often tumultuous world, music emerges as a steadfast companion, offering solace and respite in times of hardship, particularly in the current era marked by unprecedented stresses and uncertainties. Beyond its artistic allure, music proves to be a resilient and accessible ally in helping individuals cope with the difficulties of contemporary life, providing a source of comfort and a pathway to tranquility amidst adversity. Music has the ability to evoke emotions and create a mental escape from the demands of daily life. The choice of music genre can play a crucial role in determining its effectiveness for relaxation. Slow tempo, gentle melodies, and soothing harmonies have been found to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting a sense of calmness and reducing stress levels. Moreover, the familiarity of certain pieces can trigger positive memories and associations, further enhancing the psychological benefits. The impact of music on the body extends beyond the realm of emotions. Scientific studies have demonstrated its influence on physiological parameters such as heart rate, blood pressure, and cortisol levels. Slow-tempo music have been shown to synchronize with and slow down heart rate, promoting a state of relaxation. Additionally, music can modulate the release of stress hormones, contributing to an overall reduction in physiological stress responses. One of the strengths of using music for relaxation is its highly subjective nature. Individuals have diverse musical preferences, and the effectiveness of music as a stress relief tool often depends on personal taste. Creating personalized playlists allows individuals to curate a selection of music that resonates with them, enhancing the therapeutic benefits. This personalization fosters a sense of control and empowerment, contributing to the overall efficacy of music in relaxation. Some cross-rivarians who urged their mind on the impact of music on their mental health stated that listening to music helps soothe them while also calming them down when their emotions go out of hand, ensuring stability of their mental health.
Music is something that is, to me, is very important because depending on the genre, it's always very soothing. So sometimes when one feels down, especially, we have mood swings sometimes. You can't even tell what is actually happening with you, but music at that time, I have a few playlists that I listen to whenever I feel somehow, so it keeps me alive.
Music on its own is a therapy. It can help you when you're feeling down. You can just play some calm music, it will help you relax. It will help you, maybe you're lying down, you're stressed out, you just want to rest. You can play some calm music. And there are music for every mood. If you're happy, there's something to play. If you're sad, there's something to play. If you're depressed, there's something you can as well play. And to help you relax.
Others opined that music is very therapeutic and depending on the genre it can function in so many ways, also pointing out that music is usually their go-to option whenever they felt down.
When I'm working, I understand it motivates me to do a lot of work, listening of stress and a lot of stuff.
Me, myself, and music, like even in the house, everybody knows me. From doing house chores when I'm depressed, I use music to cheer myself up while I wait time. Music is just part of me. I love music a lot. So even I even own an AirPods and an earpiece just because I love music.
Music's profound impact on both the mind and the body makes it a potent ally in the quest for stress reduction and relaxation, whether through its psychological responses, physiological influences, or its ability to cater for individual preferences. Music provides an accessible and versatile means to unwind and find solace in life's challenges. For CRBC News Panorama, Efimane Peter reporting.
As the world comes together to observe the ongoing 16-day activism, Cross River State also actively actively participated in creating awareness for the important cause. Blessing Basi says the 16 days of activism was in recognition of the global call to action against gender-based violence in the different parts of the state, while highlighting the significance of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law signed into law in 2021, as she brings in more details of the report.
The ongoing 16 days of activism celebrated all over the world serves as a global call to action against gender-based violence in various parts of the state. Emphasis has been placed on the significance of the Violence Against Person Prohibition Law (VAP), which was enacted in 2021. In the village of Ikang town in Bakassi, Chief Antara Government Mr. Edem Efyong Ekeng expressed their understanding of the VAP law as a measure to ensure that no one restricts the freedom of another person. They voiced their appreciation for the sensitization effort that have increased awareness and understanding the law in their community.
The idea I have that has always been with me is about serving people who are vulnerable, and also taking charge that the girl's child is safe. That's in a brief note that I do understand, because I learned from one school of thought that if you save a girl's child, you save the world. And most of the criminology that affects the community mostly comes from the girl's child who is misled, who is not tutored properly. So I'm trying to bring in youth who before now were very hostile, and then I try to bring them into committees. And then I have come to understand also from a school of thought that when you recognize somebody and give him a responsibility, that's where he will now start to develop and then do away with all the bad vices and nefarious activities he or she has been doing.
This morning I attended a seminar, or called a workshop perhaps, on the possible problems that people have been facing in respect to ignorance in the aspect of this VAP law. But thank God today our knowledge, our understanding have been sharpened to a point that certain things that we're taking for granted, like for instance that you as a man don't have to beat your wife anyhow, that in doing that there is a fine and a punishment for you. Besides that even if you are not legally married to a woman, as long as she stays with you, both of you shares the property. And a lot have been said.
Furthermore, the VAP law emphasizes that any inhuman or mistreatment of individuals may result in fines and punishment to deter all forms of gender-based violence, including rape, harassment, and stalking against women, men, girls, boys, and individuals of all ages. Some respondents, such as Blessing Mike, Bernard Okun, and Ekpo Okoko, shared that gaining an understanding of the VAP law has broadened their knowledge, motivating them to refrain their behaviors that can lead to incarceration. They also expressed their commitment to spreading awareness of the law among those in their communities who may not have had the opportunity to receive this important education.
Gada is a nice initiative that has come down to Bakassi, and a thing I really personally enjoy and then benefit a lot from it, because it creates some kind of awareness and it builds our capacity and encourages young people and then corrects their mistakes, those that already, because the school of thought said that even when you don't know the law or you're also guilty of it, because when the law is being propounded, you're guilty of it as well. So now, since we are aware of the law, we make sure we keep it.
I want to say I'm very much happy because the studies brought by the VAP is in alignment with the priority, is in alignment with
the priority of our locality. So, and it has also upgraded our intellect.
I'm very delighted that this awareness has come to our domain today. It is something that I have accepted it in a full mind and collected with my 2 hands, because in a cycle like this, that we have so many tribes in, we experience so many things that we believe is not worthy to be in our community. So for this information to come into our community, I appreciate personally, and I believe other persons that participated on the awareness program also they are also happy to have this information. And I believe going back home, I'll go and tell the people that I was in a town hall meeting today that some group of persons came and they have talked on gender-based violence against children, women, men, and every gender in as much as life is concerned. Me as a person, I like laws, because where there is no law, there is no caution, or people do things the way they are not supposed to do. So me, I like where people live with law, and we see how we can protect and work with law, so that we can drive away so many things that are not supposed to be in society or in our environment.
It is an important reminder that unjust treatment of others is not conducive to progress, and individuals should strive to treat others fairly and with consideration, recognizing that we are all created for different reasons and purposes on this earth. It is crucial to act with empathy, and the tables can turn at any moment, and unjustly treated individuals may find themselves in a more favorable position. For CRBC News Panorama, Blessing Bassi reporting.
Bus stops are essential for well-functioning public transportation system. They provide designated areas where buses can safely pick up and drop off passengers, know where to wait for their buses and where to alight. Overall, bus stops are crucial for creating a transportation network. Mata Enoch brings details on the rebuilding of bus stops in Calabar metropolis. The reports.
Calabar, known as the proudest city in Nigeria, is a hotbed for tourism and an ancient city as a result of its proximity to the Atlantic Ocean in the Gulf of Guinea.
It has human and vehicular traffic traversing its highways, necessitating the rest and other businesses at bus stop either during rainy season or dry season. This is because bus stops are vital for maintaining a smooth flow of traffic, especially in cities that stand apart as a tourist hub in Nigeria. Apparently, bus stops serve as a crucial safety measures, preventing passengers from attempting to board or alight in dangerous circumstances at intersections or during bus turns. Given Calabar boasting nature and tourist appeal, a high percentage of bus stops should reflect its status as a tourist destination, as seen in other cities across the world. A lot can be said about the importance of bus stops in Calabar metropolis. They reflect the beauty of cities, especially to the first-time visitors. Ideally, bus stops should feature shelter, nice ambience, good pavement and seating, as well as electronic passengers information system. Talking on the importance of bus stops in Calabar metropolis, a resident, Mr. Sadiq, said bus stops are very essential landmarks in every city, helping visitors and citizens in the state to locate their destination and also place of rest without any inconvenience.
Bus stop is an essential landmark in every city, because bus stop you can easily locate, due to the availability of bus stops, you can easily locate where you are going to, even without asking individual places. All you need to do is like tell probably a cab driver that this place you are going to, they send them that you drop and social bus stop. So this with that, you can easily locate without much space.
As a metropolitan city, one should readily see bus stops in places like Efiete Junction, Etagbo Junction, Ekpo Abasi Junction, and other key areas to beef up existing ones which need urgent refurbishment. Respondents said that standard bus stop should be at least 50 by 50 centimeters with a good seating capacity for passengers. They should be secured and given direction for traffic. He also said the government have the responsibility to create more beautiful bus stops in every landmark in the Calabar metropolis.
Bus stop, as usual, normal man, they need bus stop to enable us control the traffic.
Because, for instance, you see pedestrians crossing the road, some of them have no enough capacity to cross. Some are handicapped, some are distressed by economic problem. And as you're crossing the road, you are suffering from what we call psychological problems. By psychological problem, I mean that people who have not eaten yesterday, but people are passing through stress based on the economic situation. But with the help of a bus stop, even when you're crossing and the officials are there to control the road, there is need for you to cross safely to that part of the road. But for instance, if there's no bus stop, people cross the way they like. You can cause many deaths, many accidents, and that would not do well in the city like Calabar in the metropolis. The standard bus stop should be at least maybe 50 by 50 centimeters square, well secured, and with some security agencies, you understand, that can guide the traffic movement. And by the standard I'm looking at, it should be something that people should be able to have like 10 to 5 trips to see them.
Effort to reach the Commissioner for Transportation proves abortive as he was unavailable to speak to the press as at the time of filing in this report. For CRBC News Panorama, I am Mata Ino.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga.